Welcome. This video is over how to divide decimals part 2. How do you know that? Lori had 2 and 8/10 cups of flour. She poured 7/10 cups of flour in each bowl. How many bowls does she use? So let's think about it. She has 1 bowl of flour, 2 bowls of flour, and 8/10 bowl of flour. So that's like this one. She poured 7/10 cups of flour in each bowl. So she took 7/10 from this, 7/10 from here, 7/10 from here, and this and this and this. Probably another 7/10. So how many bowls? So this is a dividing question. Can I write this division in fractional form? I can. So what power of 10 should I multiply this by? So 7/10 becomes a whole number. I'm going to multiply by the power of 10. This is in the tens place. It'll be 7 tens place, 28. 28 divided 7 is 4 bowls. To check my answer, I can multiply 4 times 7/10 is 28. One place behind the decimal point, so 2 and 8/10. So 4 bowls is the answer. All right. So each person will be getting a card, and you are going to try to figure out where should the decimal point go and justify it. So let's look at the first one. Let me use 17. How many 17s go into 76? Would it go 45 times? No. Would it go about 4.5 times? 17, 17, 17, 17. That'd be 68. So it goes in about 4 times, 4.5 times. How many 98s go into 235 and 2/10? Well, one group of 98 is 198. Two groups of it would be 196. And so it's a little more, so 2 and 4/10. Next one. How many groups of 4.5 go into 50 and 8,500? So, I'm going to round this to 5. I'm going to round this to 50. So 50 divided by 5 is 10. So 11 and 3/10 is close to it. This is a little harder one. How many 38s go into 15? Well, it can't go in as one whole group. It's going to go in a half of a group. So I know it's going to be a decimal. So it'll be 415 thousandths. And there's many examples. So in this one, this grid represents a dollar. Shade 25 cents of it. At a convenience store, pickles cost a nickel each. Use the grid to determine how many pickles can be purchased with 25 cents by circling groups of nickels in the shaded region. So you start with 25 cents. A pickle costs a nickel. So if I could buy 1 pickle, 2 pickles, 3 pickles, 4 pickles, and 5 pickles. If I have 50 cents, how many nickels can I buy? So let's shade in, highlighter, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents. So how many pickles can I buy? So right now I could buy 5 pickles for 25 cents, 6 pickles, 7 pickles, 8 pickles, 9 pickles, 10 pickles, 10 pickles. What if I have 75 cents? Highlighter. Let me shade in 75 cents. Again, a pickle costs a nickel. Another pickle, another pickle, another pickle, another pickle. So let's see. Each quarter, I can get 5 pickles. So with 1 quarter, I can get 5 pickles. 2 quarters, another 5 pickles. Another quarter, another 5. So it'll be 15 pickles. So a dollar should be 20 pickles. So what about $1.50? Let's see. A dollar, I can get 20 pickles. Plus, for 50 cents, I can get 10 pickles. So it'll be 30 pickles. What about $2? For $1, I can get 20 pickles. For another 20, I can get 40 pickles. What about $5? For $2, well, you know what? I could use my table. What about dividing? How many nickels go into $5? Let's write it as a fraction form. I multiply by the power of 100. What power of 10 should I multiply? By 100. So that would be 5. This would be 500. How many 5s go into 500? 100. So 100 pickles I can buy with $5. So I mean for $10 I can get 200 pickles. And for $20, double it, I can get 400 pickles. So on page 63 of your ISN, Sage has a wooden board that is 2 4/10 meters long. He needs to cut the board into 2,000 meter pieces. How many smaller pieces can he cut? That's going to be a lot of things. So this is a division problem because you're finding how many groups of 2,000s go into 2 4/10. Let's write this as a fraction. What power of 10 should I multiply by? This is in the thousands place, so I'm going to multiply by the power by 1,000. So that would be 2, because 10, 100,000. 10's 100,000. This would be 2,400. So if I move this to 1,000, if I multiply this by 1,000, 1, 2, 3. So 2, affix 2 zeros. So how many 2's go into 2,400? 1,200. To check your work, if I multiply 1,200 times 2 as 2,400, there are 3 places behind the decimal point, so it goes right here. And that's how the original answer, the original size of the wooden board that Sage has, 2 4/10 meters. So he can get 1,200 smaller pieces of 2,000 meters. Jeff has $12. He went to Chase Bank and exchanged the $12 for quarters. He wants to play at main event. How many quarters will he receive from the bank teller? So how many 25 cents go into $12? So this is a division. Can I write this in fractional form? What power of 10, what should I multiply? What power of 10 should I multiply 2,500 by? Well, this is in the hundreds place, so I'm going to multiply by 100. So that'll be 25. And if I multiply 12 times 100, that's 1,200. So what is 1,200 divided by 25? It goes in, 25 goes in 1 time 0. 25 goes in 12, 0. 25 goes in 124 times. We have 20 left. Bring that to 0. 25 goes in 208 times. So he'll receive 48 quarters from the bank teller at Chase. Here's our last question. Polina measured her room length as 14 5/10 feet. Her pet cricket will jump 1 in 2,500 feet when prodded. How many jumps will the cricket need to complete to reach from end to end of the room? So how many 1 in 2,500 feet go into 14 5/10 feet? So this is a division problem. People actually do have pet crickets. I know in China, that is one of the pets they do have. And people really care because they like the noise that emanates from the pet when it sings with his leg. I find it quite annoying, to be honest, but well. So let's write this as a fraction. What power of 10 should I multiply this by? By 100. By 100. This is in hundreds place. So that's 125. And then if I multiply this by 100, 1, 2, that would be 1,450. So how many groups of 125 go in 1? 0 times. Into 14? 0 times. Into 145? 1 time. Bring this down. How many groups of 125 go in 200? 1 time. So regroup. Let's regroup. Can 5 take away from 0? No, we have to regroup. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 10, so 75. we need to affix a 0. How many groups, so when you affix a 0 here, you need to make sure you put a decimal point there. How many groups of 125 going to 750? I don't know. Let's see. 125, that's 250. 125 is 375. 125 to be 125, 125, 120. I think it goes in 5 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, carry to 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, carry to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it goes, wait, let's do another 125. 10, carry to 1. So it goes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So the cricket will jump 11 and 6 times. So it'll jump one full, 11 full jumps, and then it'll jump just a 6/10 of a jump in order to reach the room from end to end. So hopefully we understand how to divide decimals better. The last activity for those who are not here is you're going to be working in stations. There will be 10 stations throughout the classroom with 10 word problems. You will be working with a partner and answering 7 of the 10. So this is dividing decimals. So again, in dividing decimal, you set it up in fraction form and decide what power 10 you're going to multiply by, and then you make the divisor into a whole number, and then you just divide.